So, very good evening, friends. Meeting again in the session of philosophy, and we have started discussing about the Robert's philosophy. The first chapter which we have started, and we have up till now finished first two sessions of the first chapter. What has homeopathy to offer to an young man? And he counteract with the question that what you expect from your life to the homeopath. And while explaining all those things, he explains over there that if you want to achieve just a fame or money, then homeopathy has little to offer to you. But if you have a burning desire to serve the suffering humanity, to serve the suffering peoples, and you are hard worker, then definitely homeopathy has lot to give to you. And thereafter, how homeopath should be, what are the qualities one should born so that he can think about the homeopathy as a profession. All those things he has mentioned. First important criteria which he explains is one should be stable enough. The second, the patience of a big good quality. The third important thing is he mentioned over there that he should be a student of people. Then fourth, the student of philosophy. Then he should have developed or possess a quality of reading in between the lines. Then he has explained that he must have the sense of values, and he should have that much of patience to take hours together to take the case of the suffering people. So these are different qualities he has explained, and he was explaining the comparison between the public health sector and homeopathic doctor. What is the duty of a homeopathic physician and what is public health sector? Two different entities, one should differentiate. And that he has mentioned over there, and that distinction which we have learned over there. Then he explains on the page number 16, in the first place, giving the identical instead of similar means the difference between isopathy and homeopathy. You may say that the identical in the case of serum or vaccine is potentiated and somewhat as in homeopathy, and therefore removes it from the identical sphere. Although potentiated, it does not alter the fact that it was not in the first place similar but identical. In the second place, it has been potentiated in mass production and potentiated and filtered, and not through an inert substance but through living creatures and a lower order of creatures of that. It has been claimed by the modern science people that vaccine is based upon the homeopathic law. First important thing, it is not truth. It looks like that, but it is not so. In homeopathy, we use the law, that is the law of similars, where similia similibus curantur. It is nothing but nature's law of cure, which we used to say a weaker dynamic affection is permanently extinguished in the living organism by a stronger one. If latter is very similar to the former, whilst differing in kind in its manifestations. And this law is the law of homeopathy. Vaccine never depends upon this law. In vaccine, the similimum is repelled by the similimum, and many times vaccine, the concept of vaccine depends upon the identical things, not a similar thing. And because of which, at two levels, it is absolutely different than the homeopathy. Second important thing, those vaccines which are prepared, they are prepared in the lower animals. Lower animals, they means they are prepared in the rabbits, they are prepared in the dogs, they are prepared in the horses, like that. Why he is explaining all those things? Because you are mixing the rabbit's serum with the human serum, the rabbit's protein with the human protein. The lifespan of a rabbit is written over there of a 3 years, 4 years, or of a dog 5 to 10 years, or of a horse 25 to 30 years, whatever it may be. That you collaborate with the human protein, and when you collaborate, the speed with which the human life develops, it is gradual, it peaks and then it comes down. Here, as the lifespan is short, so they gets matured very early, and it is like that in rabbit. It is little bit later in dogs. So the speed of cell division to get matured is very fast with the dogs, with the rabbits, with the horses, and which is very slow in human being. But we are mixing them together, and because of which our body, our body cell starts dividing or maturing in the similar manner. We never think about it. We never thought about it, in fact. Why there is nowadays, we have a precocious puberty cases. Why the females, they are getting menses at the age of 8, 9, 10, which was very late earlier. It was 14 to 15 years of maturity or becoming an menstruation, getting menstruation. Now they are getting it at the age of 9, 10. Why? The vaccine is big boon to stimulate this division, and because of which the lifespan of the human being has reduced. Original lifespan of human being was 125 years. Now it is reduced to half of it. No one thinks that vaccine is one of the important entity behind that, but it has been given in mass scale and utilized in the public health sector, and because of which no one talks about it. Second important thing, that no one discuss about the side effects of those vaccines. There are many dangerous reactions we develop over there, but no one knows. What he further says, there is a biological law that crossing the blood of a higher and lower order of creatures means destruction to the species, and it is well to consider this. Practically, we may well look to the nature of growth in different orders of creatures. When an animal has longevity of some 20 years, and in that time it attains the weight of half a ton, there must be a rapid cell growth. When serum from such a source, though ever so highly filtered, is injected into the human race, where normal longevity is 70 years and where 160 pounds might be considered an average weight, one can well understand the impact upon vital energy of the human. For while the serum is considered by ordinary medicine to potential past all danger, homeopathy believes that potentiation in any or all forms means a more prompt release of power than may have been possible in normal state, it then being latent. So he is comparing here the vaccine with homeopathy, and this is the problem of vaccine. Vaccines are prepared in the animals of lowered animals, and because of which the longevity which is very small over there, that division of getting matured is very early, and then same, you are, if you are injecting in human protein, human body, our ratio changes, and this is the big side effect of the vaccines. No one thinks about it. So he explains each and everything in this specific first chapter, that you decide what to do, whether to go ahead with homeopathy or whether to go ahead with the pathy, which is not based upon any principle. One of the outstanding problems of today is cancer. It intrigues the mind of young man, and his search for the cause and cure of cancer is indefatigable. This is the challenge to the homeopathic physician as well, since he has remedial aids that ordinary practice knows not. But let the young man consider this problem in the light of public health service and its insistence on use of serums and vaccine. Let him weigh his ability to stand upon his adherence to the fundamental principles. If he takes up the task on the frontier of the cancer study, will he remember the relationship between homeopathy, not isopathy, and disease condition, or will he forget the human cell tissue is easily stimulated to overgrowth under certain hereditary tendencies? He has here a field for work which offers much elbow room, and all dangers of the pioneer. So here he is explaining that it is a one of the field where one can study the correlation between the increased can increased tendency towards the cancers nowadays and its relation with the vaccine. The increase in speed of cell maturity and cell growth and division because of vaccination is one of the important factors that can lead towards the cancerous types of growths, and that one must study. He says that this is a field where one can work. Homeopathy offers this field for the beginners to go ahead. The homeopathic school accentuates the study of the action of drugs upon healthy human beings with little concentration of their action on lower animals. For homeopathy recognizes that it is the only through a knowledge of their action on man that we can obtain correct perception of their applicability in disease. The field is here is ripe for much investigation, and the results of such investigations would enrich the homeopathic mathematica by completing proving of some of the older remedies and bringing out the provings of new remedies. This is an opportunity that only homeopathy offers, for the teaching of remedy reaction has ceased in the ordinary medical colleges. That is another point which is highlighting over there, where what homeopathy offers you. Homeopathic drug proving is done only on human beings. There was no animal proving. There is a tremendous opportunity for newcomers to prove the drugs on the lower animals or animals and see what happens at the cellular level, what happens at the tissue level, and complete the materia medica with that. If you are able to do such type of work, it's unique. This is a big opportunity to go ahead. And this point which he highlights over there, this is what homeopathy offers to any young man. So he is showing you the different fields, different opportunities where one can work and go ahead, and that if you do such type of work, you will be famous forever. Then he says the decision lies with the individual and what he is determined to secure from his life work. If it is financial ambition, he had better not to take up homeopathy. So most important thing which is explaining over there, if you have financial ambition, he says that it is better not to take the homeopathy. Homeopathy is a principle and principles brook, no division of loyalty. If he has at heart the desire to serve, he may find fame and riches at his door, as well as that keen satisfaction of knowing that he has brought to his clientele to the gift of healing in the safest, gentlest, and most rapid manner. Then he says that if you have burning desire to serve the suffering humanity with the help of homeopathy and bring out the cure in them, then definitely this field is open for you. But it requires tremendous desire to go ahead, tremendous hard work to do, and definitely the fame will come automatically. And this happens definitely. It takes a long period. It's not day one you are going to get fame. It's a long time process. If you work hard, definitely you're going to get fame. For the man who can help the community as individuals towards a higher level of health, the community has place of honor. For the man who can assist nature to cure serious illnesses, a certain fame in the community, there is a burning, perhaps not the bright flame of the comet, but steady glow of light for his path. So he's saying that if you are working with the community with such a method, with the principles and going ahead, gradually, definitely you're going to get that fame. For the man who spends himself unceasingly for those about him, the community will return comfortable livelihood, not the spectacular fortune offered in some lines of endeavor, but the competence which will enable him to keep his family in a well-earned place in the community. So what he's saying, when you go with homeopathy, yes, definitely you're going to get what is required for you. It's not too abundant, but steadily you will going to earn good for your family. Only thing is that the progress will be steady. It's not directly up, and that's the thing which is there with homeopathy. As much as you study, you're going to earn a lot and you're going to get a fame a lot. It depends upon how much study and how much hard work you used to do. And to complete and conclude this chapter, what he says is very important. Homeopathy as a profession carries a challenge. Very important sentence. Yes, it carries a challenge. When I have started practice, living behind the 20-bedded hospital of my father, it was a big challenge for me. Everyone in Sangamner was saying that Prasad is idiot, stupid, is leaving the 20-bedded hospital and doing homeopathic practice. That's a challenge. But those who used to say like that, they are now my patients. This is the difference. So it's a challenge, definitely a challenge. The possibilities of its art are infinite. So if the way you study and develop and apply the homeopathic science as an art, definitely there is infinite possibilities to achieve a magic. And that's why, to conclude chapter, very important thought with which he has concluded. What future has homeopathy to offer to you? Young man, what have you to offer to the homeopathy? And he concludes the chapter. And here he says that what you will going to offer to the homeopathy matters a lot instead of what homeopathy offers to any young man. And there is a lot of opportunities are there to go ahead if you study hard and go with the homeopathy. There are many possibilities, many researches yet to come, and you have to work for that. So that's all for today. Today evening, we're going to meet with one more small remedy from fourth year syllabus at 8:50, and then tomorrow we'll meet again with the second chapter of H.A.Robert. That's all for today. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.